Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Corbin King, King Audio Productions. Thought I'd make a little video for you. It's been almost 2 weeks since Picture Perfect came out, the new RITTZ track, and I thought I'd make a behind the scenes of how I made that beat. So we'll go over each part, kind of check out the sounds and whatnot, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So how did this whole thing get started? Well, this part right here, heavy hook guitar, is a riff I came up with one day, just sitting around kind of playing, goofing around. Let me isolate that for you. Check it out. So this is the riff that started it all. So that right there, I recorded that, and all these things you see here that are guitar tracks, I recorded and then chopped them up to make loops out of them. So let's go over those guitar parts first, since that was kind of the basis of how I wrote everything else around it. So that main riff there, that is really what started the whole thing. Then when the verse kicks in, we have these two variations of just some kind of chugging around. Let me expand this a little bit. You can see what's going on a little better. So right here when the verse kicks in, the guitars just go to a chug. Alright. And then chugging into groups of three, we have this part right here. Okay, and then those sort of feed back into each other for another round. Cool. One more guitar part, the hook or the chorus, whatever you want to call it. I call the other riff the hook, but it don't matter. It's all the same, whatever. So the chorus part here is more some chords that ring out. Made it nice bed of music for RITTZ to do his thing. So let's check out that chorus guitar part. Cool. So the other main parts here, we have kind of an ominous choir. All right. So at the beginning, it starts right out. It's also got some brass with it. I'll solo these things and let you hear how those sound by themselves. So let's start with the choir. Okay. And also I can show you some of these things here. Like for instance, most of the EQ or effects that I did on these things were just basics, because I didn't mix it in this program. I'll do another video for the mix, but like for instance here, I'm just kind of rolling off unnecessary low end, and I did add a reverb to that. Go back to the guitars since I skipped that. Same thing. Low end that's not there for the instrument. I basically just copied all these. Boosted a little high on that for whatever reason. So nothing major. With that choir was the brass, and it's got nothing except low end cut out. So let's check out the brass part. Okay, stack them together. You got basically the intro minus the hi-hats. We'll check those out when we get to the drums over here. So those two parts together. Okay. So let's get on to the main part of the song. So let's check out some of these drums. Now I'll show you. They are like the kick. We got turn all this stuff on. All right, so that kick, kind of a heavy kick, a little bit of bright top on it. Let it cut through a little bit. Snare, now this has reverb and stuff on it, but kind of cracks. What else? What else? Clap. What kind of high MIDI sort of sound makes it cut through. And we have the hi-hats. Just kind of a basic everyday hi-hat sound. Shaker. That's in there to smooth out some of the rhythms in the chorus, I think. Got a crash. There's certain changes. And then sort of your basic kind of stab sounds. And I had to have a bell in there, like a funeral bell is what I called it. Then the big boy here, the 808. Kind of starts at a higher pitch and then drops to the main note. And I have some processing on that as well. You get all that together. Here for the drums section, so we'll run the drums on this part right here. You get this. And some of the stuff on there, like I said, just basic, cutting out some lows. I did limit a few things here on the kick to keep it strong but not go above a certain level. EQ on the snare, ton of reverb, got kind of a big pre-delay time, so when it hits there's a slight delay before the reverb starts. 808 EQ, very little cut off the low because that's your lowest thing. You want that to really be your heavy bass for the song. I did distort it a little bit so it mixes with the guitar. Plus you can hear it better on smaller speakers and lower volume. And then I limited it just a little, but boosted it a little so it'll always hit a certain decibel range. The clap, just some probably rolling off. Yeah, low end. Alright, so if we put the choir and the brass back in there. Then we'll add the guitar in. makes the full picture. Cool. Let's go on to another section here. I'll let you hear a little bit of the verse. Go ahead and just turn on everything. Got this one piano we haven't talked about and this scratching guitar, which I don't have in this project, the actual DJ stuff that Chris Crisis did, but that'll be in the mix video. But you can see what I did to the guitar track to kind of start that, and then he copied it and matched it up and made it better for the real song. So let's hear the verse with everything here. And now the chorus. Turn everything on as it's going here. Part here, kind of the, I don't know, it's not really a bridge, but it's where the scratching thing comes in. And what I did is I just took the first riff, the main riff I came up with, and put gross beat on it with this pattern, scratching pattern. And if I turn that off, well, got delay and stuff on it too, but this makes all the difference here. And then, like I said, he did actual scratching to match that. So yeah, man, I think the song came out awesome. I'm so honored to be a part of it. I'd like to thank RITTZ for letting me be a part of it, and TECH N9NE, man, they both just killed it. So what I'll do to close this out, I'll just kind of start it from this chorus and let it go to the riff, and I'll see you next time on the mixing video. Here we go.